I got a quick question. So the question is regarding facing the Qibla in Salah. But before I proceed with the question, could you please explain the meaning of this hadith that I found in I think it's Muwatta Imam Malik, that the Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, ما بين مشرق والمغرب قبلة. So between the east and the west, if I'm correct, is the Qibla. So could you please explain what that means?
Right.
And before you now explain that, in a masjid that faces the Qibla direction, but when you compare the masjid's Qibla direction to the compass, it's not 100% accurate, but it's like 95% close. So say I want to lead Salah in this masjid and I face the Qibla exactly the same point where the compass on the geomap is facing. So is my direction wrong because I'm not exactly following the main point where the masjid is facing? Could you please explain those two?
Hamid, allow me to answer both questions at once. When the Almighty Allah says, فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ, and in the other ayah, وَحَيْثُ مَا كُنْتُمْ فَوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ شَطْرَهُ, that explains it all. Wherever you may be at, you should face Al-Masjid Al-Haram in Mecca, شطره. So if you are in the Haram, then you must be facing the Kaaba. You cannot be facing off the Kaaba right nor left, because you see the Kaaba already. And you know, some of the funny incidents when somebody is coming for Umrah for the first time and he's in the Haram and he asks Sheikh to which direction the Qibla is. So حيثما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره. If you are in front of the Kaaba, then you must be facing the Kaaba, not the clock tower. And if you are in Mecca, it will be sufficient for you to face Al-Masjid Al-Haram, even if you're not facing the Kaaba exactly. Would that be 95% or even 90% okay? Why? Because it's not possible if you are in Jabal Umar or Al-Khalil Ibrahim, or if you're coming from Ajyad area or coming from the Gaza, to exactly locate the Kaaba. There is no way that you can see it. So seeing the outskirt of the masjid is sufficient. Okay? And if you're not in Mecca at all, facing Mecca will be sufficient. And that's why it is possible between the east and the west to have some errors, facing a little bit off here, a little bit off there. Now with the compass, it provides an amazing solution wherever you may be at. It gives you an exact direction. There are many applications, but the applications require that you should not be in a magnetic field, or it should not be disturbed by, sometimes if the building is constructed of steel, it's extremely difficult to adjust the Qibla, unless if they have done it before putting the foundation of the masjid. So my advice is discuss with the community, with the executive committee, with the imam of the masjid. Take your campus, your application, say, look, it's either way off. If it is something, as I said, 5% off, this is nothing, no problem. That happens because, as I said, far away it will be sufficient to face Mecca, Al Qura. But once I was in one of the states and I was about to lead the prayers and give the khutbah, then I just realized that it's way off. It's like, 90 degrees. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give the khutbah here. You can give the khutbah and somebody else will pray. My presence in this place confirms it's okay. What happened? They said that, well, when they were building the masjid, they calculated the Qibla wrong. And now it's extremely difficult to change. What do you mean extremely difficult to change? We're talking about 90 degrees. So I refused. But if it is a few degrees off, there is no problem. Barakallahu feek.